Hello everyone, Daniel Crew here. So, got a little ESX video for you. The first part is going to be basically just a couple of augmentations that I've discovered concerning the sidechain hack using the accent. For instance, what if you don't have a 4 on the floor beat and you want to quickly transfer the accent points, or the lack of accent points, the free points, to match the kick drum, right? I've got a way of doing that very quickly and easily, and so I'll show you that. And then on top of that, I also figured out a way to do it by using the motion sequence and adding in the silent spots. You know, sometimes breaks are not, you know, the kick drum is in strange places, not just 4 on the floor. And so I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing that. And then I'm going to show you how to use the move data function, which includes move data, repeat, and randomization. So this isn't going to be long. There's no huge, it's not going to be huge. I'll do a little demo at the end just for fun, because that's what I do. And this pack will be available, the one that I'm going to be using, will be available in the August 21 mega pack. Here's the thing: if you've been trying to, I keep trying to dial in WooCommerce, I keep trying to dial in WooCommerce, and every time I think I got it right, I mess up something. So some people hit me up and they're like, "Oh, I've been trying to purchase your set and it won't let me." Right? If anybody has that problem, send me an email at snowmetaluniversity@gmail.com so that I can take care of it, and I'll send you some bonuses. I really appreciate you guys providing feedback and tech support for my site. Also, the July mega pack is available right now for another 2 weeks, and then it's going to be gone forever. Okay, it's only 25 bucks. There are 18 ESX packs. There's I think 850 megabytes of waves. And anyway, everybody check this out. Be blessed. Love you guys. Okay, so if any of you have seen the recent video that I put out for the ESX on how to achieve a side chain, a ducking effect on the kick drum, you'll know that I use modulation, just like everybody else. Okay, and you set the amplitude or the cutoff of the filter, and you set them to a certain depth at the speed of quarter notes, and it ducks in a 4 on the floor regularity, right where the kick drum is in a house or a techno beat, right? And another trick that I use that I don't know anybody else that uses is the accent. I can show you. I showed you how to set up an accent pattern where there are no accent points on the place where the kick drum is in a 4 on the floor pattern, right? But what if you're not doing house and you're not doing techno and your kick drum is not in a 4 on the floor, and let's just say it's breaks, and you still want everything to duck at the kick drum? Let's listen to this break. Now this break is what I'm going to be demonstrating at the end for the little music demo part, and it's from 2008. I've reworked it a little bit, right? But I played this live at the show where I met my wife. She actually was a rave promoter, and she booked me for a party in 2008, and we've been married for 12 years, so that's cool. But nonetheless, let's listen to this. Okay. Now let's just say that we want to cause the synth parts to duck on the kick drum, and if you look at the kick drum, you'll see that it's all over the place. We got 1 and 7, second bar, there's no kick drums, third bar, 1, 5, and 7, fourth bar, 13 and 15, okay? So you could just go to the accent and you could put in a full accent palette and then just remove the spots manually where the kick drum is, but that is time intensive and not easy, okay? The best way to do this is to go to accent, okay? And then you want to use the copy part. Go Shift 3 to copy part, and you select the kick drum, and then hit copy part, and what it does is it puts accent points in where the kick drum is, and what we want is the opposite of that. So just take your finger and swipe it across, and what it does is it takes away accent points that are where the kick drum is and adds accent points where the kick drums are not. Okay, so to show you this, I'm going to turn the level all the way down, and let's go to our synth part here. Let's listen. Okay, that's not very a lot of action for this demo. So I'm going to go to put a little, just a rolling bass line in there. Okay, now as I turn the accent up, all right, watch. Okay. Now it's ducking where the kick drum is, listen. Now, here I already heard a problem. The kick drum's also ducking. What you want to do is go to Part Edit and go down to Accent Switch, and you want to turn off the switch for everything you don't want to duck, which is the kick, the sub. Well, the sub could duck actually, but in this case we're not gonna. You know what, we'll turn the sub off. The snare, hats, and generally the slice part. I don't know that we have anything on there right now, but okay, now let's listen. Okay, that's ducking. You know, to accentuate the duck, if you want to, you can add 2 points for each of the ducks. Okay. Now, another way, and this is kind of ridiculous, but you know what? You can do it. Another way is for individual parts, if you don't mind going through and setting everything manually by hand, like I showed you. Let's clear this accent part out. And we'll go to the synth part, turn it all the way up. And let's solo it. And the interesting thing is you can go back to the kicks. We know it's on 1 and 7, so here we'll turn the motion sequence on, we'll go to Step Edit, and no destination, we'll go to Level. And we'll go down, and on Step 1, we know that we have the level turned all the way up to 127, we'll turn it to about, we'll go 85. Right. And at 7, we'll go to 85 as well. Now the interesting thing is that if these duck, the rest of the notes after them are going to stay ducked. So we'll go to 3 and turn it back to 127. We'll go to 9 and turn it back to 127. Now listen. Okay, more ducking. Listen. Yeah, if we go to the next one, we know 1, 5, and 7 in pattern number 3. 1. And this is, like I said, time intensive for sure. 5. And 7 as well, but we don't need to mess with 7. We'll just make we'll make 9 come back up to 127. We'll take 3 and make that. Okay, now let's listen. The last one is 13 and 15, so we'll go to the last one, 13, and we'll make it 85. 85, and then 15 as well. We don't need to mess with these. These will stay ducked until the number 1 comes in. Now, if we don't want to have it on trigger hold, we can set it on smooth, right? And that will make it fade back in and out. Okay, after it cuts, it'll fade back in. Let's listen to these. Okay. Now, the amount that you put into the motion sequences is going to determine how much level you have, all right? How much it's going to duck. You could make it almost silent, okay? Let's go back to everything. Now, the second part of this video is such, okay? That I already gave you just now what I showed you with the accent trick, especially, is very, very valuable for ducking your kick drum with the brakes, etc. I'm going to show you now. It's something that's clearly in the manual, but nobody uses it, all right? A lot of people don't even know about it, and I had somebody ask me in a video recently in a comment, so I thought, well, I'll just do a video on it real quick. I'm going to show you the move data function, okay? So in this break that we have going on, I'm going to take the original break, actually. Go back to Okay, and I'm gonna write that somewhere. Let's write it to 20. Okay, now let's go to Shift, Move Data. All right, in this menu, you can see we have three options: Move, Repeat, and Random. Okay, we'll do Random first because it's very, very fun. Okay, what it does is it takes your notes and it randomizes them across the palette, okay, across the timeline. And you don't have to do all of the instruments. You can do one at a time, or you can do collections of instruments. Let me show you. I'll hit 2. Right now, it's going to randomize just keyboard part 2. Okay, so let's listen to that. Now, is that musical? Not really, but there are things you can do. Let's randomize more of it at once. Let's go to Move Data, Random. Let's select both keyboard parts. Let's select all the hi-hats and this thing in the center. We'll randomize the sub. We'll leave the kick and the snares, okay? Now listen. Now, a lot of that is gibberish. It's unusable, but when we watch, we'll try to find a spot in here that we really like, and then we will demonstrate the other two modes. Let's listen again. Okay, it kind of sounds crappy all the way through, but sometimes you get good stuff, right? We didn't. Luck of the draw. What we're going to do is we're going to pretend that bar 3 is just stellar, and we want to repeat, we want to move bar 3 all the way up to the first bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. Okay, so we'll go Shift, copy part, move data. Okay, and we want to move data. And we want to move all of the data, so we're going to select everything, okay? And we want to move it, okay? See, you can go notes, note by note, or you can hold Shift and go full bars. We're going to go 6 bars, and they give you that extra note. Let's dial it back, all right? And now, boom. Now, okay, now that third bar is in the first bar, okay? Now, the repeat function, we'll go to repeat. What it does is it takes however long you give it. You can say to repeat 1 note. You can say to repeat 4 notes, right? You can say to repeat a full bar or 3 bars, okay? And what it'll do is it'll take the first 3 bars or whatever time you set, and it'll repeat it over and over through the end of the timeline, okay? What we're going to do at this point is we're going to take just that first that first bar, and we're just going to repeat it. Okay, so we'll select more of this stuff. All right, and hold down Shift. We're going to repeat 1 full bar. Pull that note back, and now listen. Is that useful? Yeah, I found some use for it. Sometimes I get some really, really great stuff out of it. Anyway, everybody be blessed. I'm gonna play this Terran's Madness part right now because it's pretty good. Go to ghostwrittenclips.com and get the July 2021 Mega Pack before it is gone in less than 2 weeks now. And the August one is up. It's $25. There are 18 ESX sets in there, and about 850 megabytes of WAV files, all mono, all ready to go. There's a few stereo ones in there as well. I've got some more tutorials coming up in the next couple of days. I've got some new things that I want to show you guys that I think a lot of people haven't explored with the ESX yet again. Anyway, everybody be blessed.
It's gonna get near me! It's gonna kill it! You okay? Don't touch it!